I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and Happy New Year. We will start the class, just a regular yoga class today, nothing fancy. We'll do a bit of twisting though, because that's always good for the spine, digestive system and stuff. But we'll warm up thoroughly, so let's just begin. Just while we're waiting for Jill, let's just bring the feet together. And you never have to have your feet squashed together. You can have a small gap. If it feels comfortable to bring the big toes to touch with the heels a small distance apart, be standing like that. And you're just aware, maybe lift the toes from the mat and give them a wiggle around. And then as you place the toes back down onto the floor, now just be mindful of where the weight is. Rock the weight forward and back. And then try and land that weight right into the middle of the foot, favouring the heels just slightly. And then we're really going to push down into the floor with the heels, so you feel your knee muscles turn on. Hey Jenny, all right? And as you reach up to the ceiling with the crown of the head, you can feel the body growing in height. And there's a softness in the face, and as the eyes gaze ahead, just aware of your breath, and you're just trying to bring that breath through the duration of the class in and out of the nose. Maybe feeling the heart rate. And then we're all going to take those shoulders, lift them up to the ears, take them back and drop them down. Extending the arms, letting the fingers curl naturally, but just being aware that it's that middle finger that should be a little bit closest to the floor. And again, still feel that you're growing on height with every inhale, not slumping on the exhale, just letting the breath back out through the nostrils. And then on your next inhale, let's take those arms, lift them up above the head. Find your palms above the head, then the backs. And on the exhale, float the arms down. Go again, inhale, lifting the arms upwards. Palms, backs, exhale. And on the third time, we're going to lift the arms and we lift the heels away from the floor. So as you reach up to the ceiling, coming high onto the balls of the feet, lifting up high. Then letting the breath out as you bring the arms and the heels back down to the floor. Step the feet apart, make sure your toes are pointing forward. Clasp the hands, push the palms forward and lift those palms upwards towards the ceiling. So now I want you to push up through the wrists. Lift, lift, lift at the sides of the body. Take an inhale, draw that tummy button in. Exhale, fold down in half. So now let your hands hang down towards the floor. Let the top of the head hang down towards the hands, stretching the backs of the legs. Then take those hands, lift them all the way back up to the ceiling on an inhale, pushing the palms up. Exhale, move the little fingers as far back as you can. Back into the middle. Inhale, pushing upwards. Exhale, come over to the right. Back into the middle, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come over to the left. Back into the middle, inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn around to the right, gaze behind you. Back into the center, inhale, push the palms up, and then exhale, around to the left. Back into the middle, release your arms, dangle your arms beneath you, let the head hang down. And then coming up into a standing position, take something off. Okay, let's just warm up the arms, shoulders first of all. So bringing the feet close together. We're going to start by circling the shoulders. So you bring your hands together, lift the arms up as you're inhaling. Exhale, round and down. Second time, inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Third time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round and down. Taking that the other way now. So inhale as the arms go back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Second time. Exhaling, and then third time up. And as you bring the arms down, take them behind you, clasp the hands behind your back and draw your knuckles backwards to the wall behind you. Feel your chest is pushing forward, but have a looseness in the neck. See, on an inhale, you can lift those hands higher behind you. Exhale, thumbs towards the bottom. Second time, inhale, stretching the arms backwards. Exhale down. Third time, lift the arms up high. Keep the arms high. As you exhale, bend the knees. Bring the chest close to the thighs. Head hangs down and pull the knuckles upwards towards the ceiling. Keep a bend in the knees. And then staying low with the chest and the head, release the hands behind you and let your hands dangle down towards your toes. Maybe bending alternate knees to walk out the backs of the legs. Maybe keeping both legs straight, so in a full forward bend. And then bring the hands to the hips, lift the head and come back up into the middle. Good. Step the feet apart. Take the arms out to shoulder height. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, take the right hand to touch the left leg, looking up. Come back into the middle. You take an inhale, exhale. Take the left hand over to the right, look up. Come back into the middle, you inhale. Exhale, and you take the right hand over to the left leg. Pause here. Take hold of the leg and try and draw your chest a little closer to that left thigh. You're turning the head, if you can, to look up to the ceiling along your straight lifted arm. And then we come back up into that center position on the inhale, taking it to the other side on the exhale. Again, get hold of the right leg now. Draw your chest in closer. If you can, rotating the neck to look up to the ceiling through that arm. And then coming back up into the middle. Bring your hands to the hips. Take your heels wide. Inhale here. Exhale, bottom goes back, chest and head comes down. Keep your fingers on your hip bones and try and squeeze your elbows together behind you. Let the head hang down so the neck is long. And then lifting the head, come back up into the middle. You don't want quite as wide stance as I've got. Bring your feet slightly closer together and lift the arms up, clasping the hands, windmill. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to turn to the right. You reach out to the right, circle, hands all the way around in a big circle. Inhaling towards the top, turning, exhale as you circle all the way around again. Inhaling towards the top. Exhale, third time around, large circle with the hands. Lifting up, we go in the opposite direction. So you inhale at the top, turn to the left now. Reach out and circle all the way around for once. Try and match the breath with the movement. Exhaling as the hands come towards the floor. Inhaling as the hands reach up. We've got one more. Turning and circling all the way around. And then when you're finished, releasing your arms to your sides and walking your feet back in. Okay, keep your feet not squashed together, a little distance between the feet. Lift your arms up above your head, palms face. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees like you're sitting in a chair. The bottom moves back slightly, so the weight's in the heels and down. Bring your hands now towards your chest. Make sure your spine, your neck feels long. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to turn to the left. So we bring the right elbow down onto that opposite knee. And as you push down through the elbow and the knee, again, maybe you can rotate the neck to look upwards. Bottom low. Good. Keep the legs exactly where they are, but bring the hands back to the chest as you inhale. Exhale, we go to the other side. Bring the elbow down towards the knee, pushing into that elbow, turning, looking up towards the ceiling. Good. And then coming back up into the middle, standing all the way back up. Okay, we'll have a go at eagle, arms and legs. That'll be our balance. So let's take our left arm, bring it forward, and take your right arm and place it on top. You're going to bend at the elbows. Maybe the backs of the hands will touch. Maybe even that left hand comes towards you and wraps around so you can get hold of the wrist. The palms can come, or you can get hold of the thumb. Okay, wherever you are, move the elbows slightly further away from you. Inhale, fingertips upwards towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbows pull down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Third time, inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, down. And we're going to bend the knees. Now you're going to, you've got to think which way around I'm going to go. You've got to lift your right leg and take it over the left leg. Now we can keep that foot down onto the floor, squatting down low. You can start to lift that foot away from the floor for balance, or maybe even wrapping it around the back of the leg. Wherever you are, your eyes are fixed onto the floor in front of you. Don't crunch through the neck. Feel like you've got distance between your ears and your shoulders. Try and pull the elbows down slightly, even maybe to rest towards the knee. Keep the tummy in. Go a little lower, excellent. And then as we come up, we're going to unwrap the legs and we're going to release the arms. And this time we're going to have the right arm forward with the left arm on top. Again, bend at the elbow, see if you can get backs of the hands or even get hold of the thumb or the palms. And again, as you inhale, upwards, exhale, elbows down. Second time, lifting up, exhale down. Third time, lifting up. Exhale down and bending the knees. This time left leg over the right. Okay, staying here for balance so you can get a little bit lower. Start to lift the foot away from the floor or wrap it around. Okay, draw the arms away and bring the shoulders away from the ears and still feel like you're pulling the crown of the head up, up, up towards the ceiling, but get low with the bottom. Eyes are fixed onto something ahead. These are very good. Inhale. Go a bit lower, and then as you start to stand up, unravel your legs, unravel your arms, and just take a breather, dangle down, take a drink, whatever you need to do. Okay, and then let's move on. So taking the feet apart now, one good step apart. Bring your hands to your hips, and we're going to turn around to the right. So we turn around on the heels, so both feet now face the right. Front foot is pointing directly forward. Back big toe, though, is pointing up to that left corner of your mat. We're going to lift the arms up, inhaling. And as you exhale, you're going to reach the arms forward as you start to forward bend, and you're either going to bring those hands down to rest towards the shin or the top of the knee, or maybe those fingertips come down towards the floor. You're going to pull the head forward to that short edge of your mat. You might need a small bend in that front knee, or the knee might be straight. You feel like the bottom's almost pulling backwards to the back end of your mat. You're going to take an inhale to lift the head, and then an exhale to lower the head. So wherever your arms are, if they're on the leg, maybe reach further down to the ankle. If they're on the floor, you can start to walk them back. Keep the tummy drawing in as you lower down over that leg. Use the breath. It's the exhale that gets you lower. Don't be in pain with this one. Make as many little movements as you need to so you feel it's a stretch and not painful. And then bring your hands up towards your hips. Lift the head and you push into the feet to come back up into the middle. Turn the feet around to the other side. So we're turning all the way around now towards the left. Again, front foot is pointing directly forward. Back big toe up towards that right corner of the mat. Good. Take an inhale, lift the arms up above the head. Exhale, reach them forward and then bring them down. Again, to rest towards the shin, above the knee, down towards the floor. The head pulls forward to that short edge of the mat and feel the bottom is pulling backward here. Put as much bend in that front knee as you need to. Draw the tummy in slightly so it's engaged. And then we're going to lower the head down closer to that front leg so you have no tension in the back of the neck. There shouldn't be any tension in the shoulders. And again, use the breath. Use that exhale to get a little lower. Good, good, good. Bring the fingertips back towards the hip. Lifting the head, come all the way back up into the middle. Turn the feet forwards. Take the arms out to shoulder height. Take in your right foot and pointing it to the right and your left foot pointing forward. Triangle here. Inhale. Exhale, reach into the right, then bring the right hand down to find the right leg, the left arm lifting high. Turn the head to look up. Feel the top of the head is pulling over towards the door there. Reach up with that straight left arm. Left middle finger is furthermost towards the ceiling. Good. Take an inhale. On the exhale, see if we can creep that right hand slightly further down that right leg. Good. Again, you use the breath to get lower. Try and have strong legs and try and have the feeling that you're turning your inner thighs away from each other. Take another breath on this side. And then come back up into that middle position. Turning the feet now, so we've got our right foot pointing forward and our left foot pointing to the left. Take an inhale. On the exhale, you lean, then bring the hand down, below the knee, above the knee, down to the ankle, the foot, wherever you want to. And again, you're turning through the head, looking up towards the ceiling. Reaching up with that straight right arm. Palm is facing towards me. Fingers are together as much as they can. Good. And again, it's on that exhale that we can bring that left hand further down that left leg. Feel like you can turn the thighs away from each other so they revolve outwards. Take another breath. See if you can get just a little lower on that side stretch before coming back up into the middle. Turn the feet to face forward. And then just dangle the head, dangle the arms. Let's open it up a little bit more before we go into some more deeper twists. So taking the feet wider apart as you come up. Again, bringing those arms out at shoulder height. When we reach out with the arms, we make sure the shoulders are down. Turning, so we've got left foot pointing forward, right foot points to the right. So we take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to bend that right knee. Wiggle the feet as much around as you need to feel comfortable. Good. Arms are still pulling outwards. Feel like your ribs are in line with your hips. You're not leaning to the right. You're turning the head to look along the right arm. Try and push into the outer edges of the feet just slightly. Take an inhale. On the exhale, see if we can bend that right knee a little more. Good. Good, good, good. Keep reaching out through the arms. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, bring your right elbow down to find your right knee and swing that left arm up and over. Feel you have one straight line happening now down the left side of the body. Take an inhale, reach the arm a little further away. Exhale, see if we can bend the knee to bring the thighs closer to the floor. Still pushing to the outer edges of the feet. Another breath. Exhale. We come back into that warrior two with the arms, the knees still bent. Take an inhale. This time as you exhale, bring the left hand down to the left leg. Flip so you're looking to that right palm as it reaches up to the ceiling. And maybe a little bit of a back bend here, side bend here. So you're creeping your left hand down that left leg. Good. Take another inhale. Keep bending the knee. Well done. One more breath. And then come back into the middle. Straighten that right knee. Turn that right foot to face forward. Take that left foot, point it to the left. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Good. Again, keep those arms pulling out. Keep the shoulders pulling out and down. Engage the tummy muscles. Ribs are in line with the hips. Turn the head so you're looking along the left arm now. The arms are strong, but the shoulders are soft. Pushing to the outer edges of the feet, just slightly. Take another breath. Let's get a little bit lower with that left knee. Good. Take another inhale. And the exhale, bringing that left elbow down to the knee, swinging that right arm up and over. Palm faces towards the floor. Good. Reach with that right arm, even maybe turning the head to look up. And then again, we see if we can get the inner thighs closer to the ground here. Again, pushing into the outer edges of the feet. Excellent. Another breath. Exhale. And then come back into your warrior two. Keep the knee bent if you can. Take an inhale. Exhale. Right hand to the right leg. Flipping that left palm so you can look at it as you're lifting it upwards. Take an inhale. See if you can slide everything further over to the right there. Good. One more breath. Yes. Come back up, warrior two arms. Well done. Straighten the knee. Turn both feet to face forward. Just give yourself just a couple of breaths, just in a neutral position. And then as you come up, we're going to do a little series of twists. So the first one we're going to do is a reverse triangle. If you use a block, if you have a block, you can take your block and place it behind your right foot. Don't worry if you haven't got a block. And then bring your hands to your hips. Your feet are about a step apart, and you're going to turn everything around so you're facing towards the doors. Okay, I want you to take your right hand and put it into the small of your back and extend your left arm forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lean forward, and then bring your left hand down. Now, it can either come down and get hold, need a firm grip on that leg, the shin, the ankle, or it can come down to reach towards the block on the little toe side of the foot or onto the big toe side of the foot, wherever is easiest. You can put a bend in that front knee to take any pain away from the back of the leg, or we work in the leg straight. Now, feel like instantly here you're going to try and pull that right hip backwards towards the other end of your mat. Good. And then when you're ready, you look to the rear of the room. You can stay here, or you can try to lift that top arm upwards towards the ceiling. And as you lift it up towards the ceiling, you're really opening the chest to the rear of the room as well. Good. So you're pushing into the feet for your balance. Your eyes are fixed onto something to help with the balance. You keep moving that right shoulder back and you're twisting through the tummy, keeping the tummy tight. Excellent. Take one more breath. Looking good. And then release that top arm. Bend that right knee. Maybe bringing your block with you as you come back up through the middle, and we'll take it to the other side. So placing the block behind the left foot. Okay, feet are still that same distance apart. Hands to the hips as you turn everything around to face the wall now. And take your left hand, place it into the small of the back. Right arm forward, take an inhale. Exhale, reach that arm forward and down. Again, maybe get a good grip onto your leg. Around your calf muscle or onto the ankle, or the hand can come down to the floor or the block, wherever works for you today. See if you can slide that left hip back a little. Then we turn our attention. First of all, you turn your head to look to the rear of the room. Then maybe we can lift that left shoulder a little bit more. Maybe lift that left arm upwards. As you turn the chest, feeling that the inner thighs come close together. Keep moving that, even if the left arm isn't lifting, keep rolling that left shoulder back. Very good. Take another breath. Reach the arm a little higher. Yes, and then take that hand, place it back onto the small of the back. Bending that left knee generously to come up into the middle. And again, you're going to face forward. Just take a gentle forward bend, just to realign everything. And then as you come up, we're going to go a little bit wider. Now, for those that want to, we will end up in the full whole over, round, down, okay? But there's many stages to go. So if you're one of those and uses a block, beware, you're going to need your block at one stage. If not, let's all start with the legs wide apart, hands to the hips. Turning around to the right first of all, and as you turn around to the right, come onto the ball of the back foot, bending that right knee. So you're in a high, long lunge here. Good. Get the hands onto the hips, maybe keep walking the feet a little bit further apart. Feel like you're still strong though with the body. And then the first thing we're going to do is lift both arms up to the ceiling as you inhale. As you turn to the rear of the room, you bring those arms to a T. So we're reaching our left hand towards the door and our right arm back. Good. Inhale here, stretch the arms out. Exhale, bend the knee a little more. Yes, take another inhale. Exhale, take your right hand, see if you can find your back leg with it, and lift your left hand up to the ceiling. So left hand's reaching to the ceiling. Yes, inhale here. Exhale, as you get lower, see if you can slide your hand further down your back leg. Good, maybe even turning the head to look back to your back heel. Yes, one more breath. Get lower. Good, inhale. Exhale, bring those arms back to a T, and then bending that left elbow to bring it down onto that bent right knee. Now we can either keep that back arm into the small of the back there, or you can lift it all the way up to the ceiling, or point the fingers over to the door here. Now this is where if you want to slide that elbow over the knee, bringing the hand down to the block of the floor, you can. If not, keep it on the elbow. So either that's it, good. So either keeping that right hand into the back, excellent, or as I say, you can take it all the way up and over, it's up to you. Take an inhale, everyone. Exhale, get a bit lower here, good. Now wherever you are, take your right hand back into your back. Slowly come back up into the middle. Bring your hands to your hips. Straightening the knee, going all the way around to the other side. If you're using a block, we're taking it onto the other side. First of all, as we turn everything around to the left, come onto the ball of the back foot, bending now that front knee. Excellent. So you're in a high, wide lunge here. Good. Still feel like you're upright with the body. Don't feel like you're sticking the chest forward. Keep the tummy in tight for the twist. We take an inhale, lift both arms upwards towards the ceiling. And again on the exhale, as you turn to face the rear of the room, let's bring those arms out at shoulder height, yes. So we've got our right arm reaching forward to the short edge of the mat and the left arm reaching back. Inhale. See if you can bend that knee, get a little bit lower to the floor. Keep turning the chest so it's parallel to the back of the room there. Another breath. On the exhale, take your left hand down. See if you can find your back leg. Yes, yes. Reach now your right arm up to the ceiling. Take an inhale, so you're still upright. So you've got right arm lifting upwards towards the ceiling, not on the knee yet. Inhale, so that's the one. Exhale, get a bit lower with that knee, reaching up. Maybe look back toward your back heel. Good, inhale here. Now bring the elbow down to the knee. Keeping left hand behind you and you're twisting. Your left shoulder moves back towards me. Your right shoulder's moving to the rear of the room. If you want to take that arm all the way up and over and slide that right hand down to the floor, your block, you can do. If not, keep the elbow on the knee. Keep twisting wherever that top arm is. It doesn't matter. So you can keep it in the back. You can lift. Yes, that's the one. Good. Take another breath. Twist. Yes, then as you come out, back onto that bent knee, slowly turning around to the middle. What's the time? Good. Facing forward, let's do something with our forward bends. Don't need a block anymore. Feet wide apart, toes point forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Bring the hands down onto the floor, underneath the head or underneath the shoulders. Walk the legs comfortably apart, but as you walk those feet comfortably apart, do make sure your toes are pointing forward. See where that weight is once again on the sole of the foot. Let there be absolutely no tension in the face. And again, let the head really hang down. And then there's no tension in the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, or the hands. You feel as the head comes closer to the floor, you feel like you're almost lifting your tailbone up higher towards the ceiling. That will bring that small weight shift. Good. We are going into a twist here. So I want you to bring your right hand down onto the mat underneath your head. You're going to straighten that right arm, and as you inhale, lift your left arm upwards to the ceiling. Take an inhale here. Then on the exhale, bring that left hand down. Place it where the right hand is. And on the inhale, sweeping that right arm upwards. Yes. And again, you're going to take that hand down. Place it where the left hand is. Inhale. You sweep that left arm up. This time as you exhale, frizzle it behind your right arm and reach across. See if you can get hold of your right ankle. And then you pull, so you move your right hand further forward. You use your ankle to rotate, so you're looking to the ceiling with your chin close toward your armpit, so you're really turning here. So move, slide the right arm further forward in front of you to help you do that. Good. And then we're going to swap that to the other side. So bring your left hand, place it down underneath your head. Inhale, lift your right arm up high. Exhale, again, frizzle it behind and reach towards your left leg. Maybe you can even take your left hand further forward and you're pulling on the ankle, maybe even pushing on the floor to twist to look up towards the ceiling. Remembering to breathe mindfully. Good. And then sliding the hands back underneath the head, so shoulder width apart. Take one more breath here as you inhale, straighten the arms, look forward towards me. Good, now go into your deep wide leg forward bend, so take the legs as wide as you want to. Bring the top of the head maybe all the way down, or hang it down. You can come onto the elbows, however you want to, but again, an absolute softness in the face, no tension in the face. This is as good as your inversion. The head low. Excellent. And then placing the hands back onto the floor, just lifting the head up slightly, and we're just going to turn the head from side to side. Give it a big nod, maybe a bit of a shake. Whatever movement feels good. And then slowly you're going to start to walk your feet back together. Hands will come to the hips at some point, and you very slowly lift yourself back up into a standing position. Take your time, keep looking downwards if you need to. Feet are close together, and then as you take an inhale, we're going to circle those arms up. Palms touch, backs touch. Exhale, one more. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Palms, backs, exhale, and then let's come down onto the floor. So starting on the floor, on our backs. I won't be too long here, I don't want you to get cold. If you use a strap for any leg raises or stuff, have your strap nearby. Okay, so laying on the floor. Now, if you prefer to have your knees bent with your feet planted into the floor, that might feel better for your lower back. If not, if you're laying flat out, do make sure the feet are apart and the toes flop to the side. The chin is tucking in ever so slightly, so the back of the neck is long, and your palms face upwards, with the arms and just the knuckles resting down. Close the eyes if you're comfortable to do so, and just bring all your attention to your breath. Breathing through the nose if you can. And try and get some deep belly breathing going on here. So feel like you've placed like a stone or an object or something onto your abdomen, so above the belly button. And then as you inhale, you can imagine that rising, lifting up as you inflate the lungs. And as you exhale, it gently sinks down. And you're just trying to smoothly inhale, exhale, whatever rhythm you want to. Again, just be mindful of that. Be mindful if you favour the inhale or the exhale. If you're quicker on either the inward breath or the outward breath. You don't have to alter it, you're just aware of your breath. Then you feel like whatever object it is that's on the abdomen moves down and is placed on the navel. And you're feeling how high you can lift the navel with your inhale and how low it drops back down with the exhale. Keep all your attention on the moving of the stomach here. And then And trying to move all that breath right down to the pit of the tummy. So you take that imaginary object, moving it down below the navel. Halfway between the pubic bone and the navel. And again, then sending all that breath to lift the lower part of the tummy. That's still that smooth transition of inhale and exhale. And again, you're not trying to change the breath too much, you're just aware of the breath. And then moving into some gentle work here, trying to keep that deep breath going with the nose. I want you to bend both knees, lift the feet from the floor, and bring your hands down onto your knees. And we're going to circle that knee. So you can have as big or small circle as you want to, but we're just circling the knee so you're massaging that lower part of the back onto the mat. We go a few times around in this direction, and then let's change the direction, circling the other way. And again, whatever feels good, circling around. And then hugging both knees in towards the chest. As you inhale, you lift your nose upwards towards your knees. And exhale, take the head back down to the floor. Keep your legs where they are, but take your arms out to a T with your palms down on your mat. And you're going to roll your legs over to one side. So as you roll your legs down to the right side of your mat, you turn your head and look along that left arm. Maybe even using that right arm just to help that top knee down. And then lifting both knees back into the middle and dropping them over to the left, or lowering them over to the left as you turn the head to look to the right. Come back into the middle, take your left foot down to the floor, extend your right foot up to the ceiling and use your hands around the back of the thigh, calf muscle or ankle just to draw that leg in. Try and keep the lower part of the back glued to the floor. With the knee bent here, it's very easy to roll right up. And what I want you to do is rotate the ankle while the foot's lifted here, so rotating one way fully. And then the opposite direction. And then taking a few point and flexes of the foot here. And then bringing the foot back into a neutral position. Trying to straighten the leg, drawing the leg in. And as you draw that right leg in, extend the left leg along your mat. And as you extend the left leg, be aware that the left big toe is upwards towards the ceiling, not flopping out to the left here. And as you draw that right leg in, you're still pinning your left leg down, feeling that stretch along the right side, back of the right leg there. And then bend your right knee here. Get hold of the right knee with your left hand, extend your right arm out to the right as you take that right knee over and down to the left, so you're twisting again. Maybe you can find the floor with your right big toe, but you're looking along that right arm. Come back into the middle, holding the bent knee as you inhale, lift the nose upwards towards that knee. Exhale, as the head comes back down, take your right foot down onto the floor. Left leg straight up. Take hold of the left leg behind the thigh, the calf muscle, the ankle. But again, don't roll up away from the floor. Try and get the back supported onto the floor. And with that left leg lifting, we're rotating that left ankle now a few times one way. And then the opposite way. And pointing and flexing the foot a few times. And then foot into a neutral position, draw that leg in a little more and extend your right leg along the mat. And the same applies with the right big toe. It's up, not pointing out to the right there. And as you draw your straight left leg in, also be aware that you're not lifting the chin up to the ceiling. Feel like you're pinning the chin down slightly, so you're flattening out the back of the neck. And keep drawing that leg in. And then bend in that left knee. Take hold of it with the right hand. Extend the left arm out to the left as you twist and bring that knee over and down to the right. Again, try and find in the floor with the the left big toe. And turning the head to look along the left arm. And then as you come back into the middle, take hold of the knee with both arms and inhale, lift the nose upwards towards the knee. Exhale as you roll back down onto the floor, bending your right knee in as well. And then placing both feet down onto the mat, hands down onto either side of the bottom. Tuck the chin in, push into the feet and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Take your arms up over your head, so the backs of the arms are along the floor. Keep lifting the hips up. Bring the arms back down onto the floor, either side of you, as you gently lower yourself back down onto the mat. And then, once again, lifting the feet from the floor, hands underneath the knee creases, maybe crossing the ankles. You're going to roll up and down 2 or 3 times. And then end up in a seated position. Okay, let's take a forward bend first of all. So sitting with the legs out straight. Let me turn forward so I can see you. You feel like your feet are up against an imaginary wall. You're going to take those arms, lift them up to the ceiling. So soften again through the shoulders. Try and extend the arms though. The palms are facing each other. And you just see if you can bring your big toes a little further towards yourself, a little closer towards yourself. Pushing the heels away, good. Take an inhale here, reach the hands even higher. Exhale, keep the tummy in as you fold forward and down. And you bring those hands down to wherever they comfortably meet. That might be the calves, the ankles, or it might be the feet. Now you pull the head, as you pull the head towards those big toes, you're sucking that belly in, and then as you exhale, you start to forward bend. Okay, we're trying not to compromise the position too much by bending the knees too much. Try and get the backs of the legs straight. Top of the head still pulling to the feet as you lower the chest down to the thighs, and then maybe face downwards towards the shins. This is the one you will notice you haven't done yoga for a while. And then as you come up to a seated position, bend your left knee and bring it in. Okay, with the knee pointing up to the ceiling, take hold of it with the left hand, take the right hand behind you. Now you're either using the hand to twist here, or you can move to the elbow and you're twisting, so you're pushing your knee over, so then it's like the left side of the ribs are coming close to that thigh, and you're looking over your right shoulder. Try and push into the floor with that right hand as well. No. Right one in. Right one in, left elbow. It's a twist. Yeah, definitely. Right knee in. Right knee in. Yeah, that's the one. And then you're looking, so this side are like looking to the rear of the room. This side are looking forward towards me. That's it. So Gemma, you're looking towards me, same way as Stacey. That's it. Yeah, so use the other elbow. That's the one. Right, we'll go to the other side. Right, no. Okay. Right knee. Let's try something else. Right knee now to the right here. Okay, that's it. Right. If this is painful on the knee, though, shoot it out. Okay. But so we've got the sole of the foot towards the inside of the thigh here. Yeah, we'll come forward here. Push your fingertips into the floor so you're sitting up really straight. Reach up with the right arm. Inhale. Exhale. Come forward. Good. Now bring the left hand around to join it again. That might be the foot, that might be the leg, or the hands to the floor. You have that feeling that the head is moving towards the foot, but you're really relaxing as much as you can use the word relax, that right knee down towards the floor as well. Keep the tummy drawing inwards. And then letting go, coming back up into the middle. Bring your left foot in to match your right. Hands around the feet or get hold of the ankles, Baddha Konasana. So you're going to push the feet together and you're going to get those knees out and down to the sides. You can walk on the seat bones closer to the heels or drag the heels in. Feel like the chest, the ribs comes forward between the arms. And you can do whatever you want. You can have a little wobble here with the knees or butterfly the knees here. We are going to come forward, so we inhale, exhale, either pushing your elbows into your thighs. The head comes, and it's only maybe even going to be a few inches, or you can bring the elbows onto the front of the shins, getting the chest towards the feet. Some people do get their forehead flat down onto the floor here. And then as you come back up into a seated position, remember I use the opposite leg to you, I mirror you. You're extending your right leg out. So your left knee's bent. Left knee's bent and up to the ceiling. Left hand behind you. And you're using the right hand or the right elbow. And you're twisting, so again, you're not collapsing backwards here. Push into the hand, even maybe onto the fingertips. To turn the head as well, you're looking over that left shoulder. You keep twisting here. That's the one. All good this side. Good, good, good. As you come back into the middle, let that knee flop out to the left and the foot sandwiches the inside of the thigh here, or it shoots out to the left. Okay, fingertips into the floor to sit up nice and straight. Take an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, come forward again, wherever those hands land. Top of the head towards the top of the foot. Tummy in, then you start to work down. Good. Good, good, good. And then as you lift the head, come back up into the center. You're going to bring your right leg in, but this time we're going to extend both legs out. So it's up to you if you want to twist round or take the legs wide. Okay. So we either, first of all, let's all put our fingertips behind us so we're sitting up really straight. You want to keep this feeling. If you take your hands away, this happens, keep your fingertips into the floor. If you can take your hands away, you're going to fold down. So say you might feel it's easier to do it with the hands pushing behind you. Or if not, your hands forward, your elbows, stretch your arms out, whatever you're doing, you're forward bending. So hands or elbows down, good. Now you have that feeling that the inner thighs are revolving outwards. Big toes are pointing up. We're all good here though. Keep the tummy drawing in. And then we're all going to place our right hand to the inside of that right leg. Take that left arm, inhale, lift it up, and then exhale, your side stretching. Don't feel like you're landing and crunching down. You're lifting that right side of the chest as well, and you're reaching the whole body over to the right there. Good. Both arms lift up to the ceiling on the inhale. Exhale, left hand down. And again, stretch that right arm up and over. Reach with that left arm as much as you can. Again, you don't just collapse down over the leg. You feel like the whole body extends and reaches over to the left. Both arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. I'm going to take a twist here. So you're going to turn and twist over to look towards that right leg. And then exhale, bring the hands down. And maybe both hands down onto the floor just to try and get a good rectangle shape with those arms. If you can come down onto the elbows, land yourself down onto that leg, you can do. If not, you're just twisting more than forward bending. Good. Both arms lift up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to that left leg. And again, same thing. Bring the hands down. Try and center, square yourself over that leg, first of all. Then, if you feel you can bend the elbows or reach the hands down to the foot, you do so. Good. And then back into the middle. Both arms lift up. One more. Inhale. Exhale, circle the arms, bring your knees in together. Last little bit, we're just going to finish the last little bit on our hands and knees. So just rolling over so you're on your hands and your knees in all fours. You can tuck the toes or have the tops of the feet down. First of all, have your knees close together and we're just going to circle the hips here. Gently circle, or you can do big circles with the hips, it's up to you. But a few times in this direction, and then take it in the opposite direction. Circle those hips in the opposite direction. Yeah, then coming back into that center position, take the knees just a little bit further apart, so they're hip width apart. As you let the belly dip down to the floor, you lift the head, inhale. Then exhale, round in, the chin comes in. Again, belly down, lift the head, inhale. Exhale, round in, let the chin come in. One more, belly down, lift the head, inhale. And then exhale, round the back, chin tucks in. Come back into the center, bring the knees once again closer together. I find this a bit easier. And bring your left hand so it's directly underneath your face. Inhale, extend your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to threadly underneath that left arm. But we're going to lift it back up. So inhale, right arm lifts back up. And exhale, threadly under. And again, inhale, lifting it up. This time as you take it under, you're going to leave it under. So try and get as much of that right arm down onto the floor. Now you can either come onto the fingertips of your left hand, so you feel that lifts your left shoulder, or you can take that left hand, lift it up away from the floor and wrap it behind you. It's up to you. But almost try and come onto the back of the head rather than having the side of your cheek or that glued to the floor. Try and roll onto the back of the head. You're really twisting here. And then unravel yourself so you come back into all fours. Now place your right hand towards the middle of the mat. Lift your left arm up. And exhale, threadly under. Two more. Inhale, lifting it up. And exhale, take it under. One more. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale all the way under, and that's where it stays. And again, try not to crunch in the neck, maybe try and get on the back of the head. And you can either just come on the fingertips of that right hand, so you lift up a little higher, or wrap it around behind you, good. But the whole time you're trying to lift that right shoulder higher to twist. Good, and then unraveling back into all fours. This time take the bottom back to the heels, stretch your arms forward, let your head hang down. Bend your elbows out to the side with your nose close to the floor. Bring your nose forward in between your hands. Transition into a back bend so the thighs come onto the floor. Either lifting onto your hands or maybe you want to go to your elbows here. And then when you're ready, we're going to push back up onto the knees. And that bottom will go all the way back towards the heels. Again, elbows out, sliding the nose along the floor in between the hands. Transition into a back bend that suits you. And then pulling that bottom all the way back to the heels. We'll do that one more. So elbows out, Sliding forward, and this time we're staying on our fronts, so either coming onto the elbows or positioning the hands under the shoulders and lifting up into your back bend. Take your shoulders away from your ears, down, and lift your head as high as you can. Now you might find you're favouring that outer corner of the hand. Just take some of the weight through all the fingers. Just try and push into the index finger and the thumb. As you inhale, maybe you lift the head upwards. Lovely. Exhale, bend the elbows out and roll yourself all the way back down to the floor. Pushing yourself back onto your knees and then coming into a seated position. So either rolling back over your ankles or finding yourself in a seated cross. Okay, if cross legs doesn't suit you, then obviously legs out, wherever you want to. Okay, so from here, let's find that good seated position. So like your feet grounded into the floor, now it's your seat bones that are grounded into the floor. Either resting wrists down to the knees or hands down towards the lap. Feel like you're growing in height through the front of the body, the crown of the head reaching upwards. Keep that lovely softness in the face. Keep that lovely softness in the breath. Feel how relaxed your shoulders are. And you're going to inhale. And on the exhale, bring your chin down towards your chest. Back up into the middle as you inhale. And on the exhale, as the head goes back, you lift the chin upwards to the ceiling. Back into the middle, take an inhale. Exhale, turn your head around to the right. And then into the middle as you inhale. And on the exhale, you turn your head around to the left. Come back into the middle as you inhale. On the exhale, feel that right ear goes over to the right shoulder. To the middle, once again on the inhale, and then on the exhale, left ear over to the left shoulder. Back into the middle. Take the hands away from the knees. On an inhale, as you lift the arms up, blink open the eyes, look up towards your hand. See if you can get your elbows close together as you bring those hands down. And again, inhale, circle the arms, lifting up, really trying to lift. Exhale, elbows, bring the hands down, don't slump on the downward action. One more, inhale, as you look up to your hands, you smile. And then exhale, bring those hands to the forehead and to the heart. And as you bow forward, you're just thanking yourself for your practice. And I thank you very much for your practice this morning. Lovely to see you all again. If you want to hang around for 10 minutes relaxation, get warm. Get comfortable, and again, that can either just be on the back with the knees bent, or whatever position you want to. So you make as many micro movements as you need to get comfortable. But just making sure you're fairly symmetrical. So whatever one side of the body is doing and how that touches down onto your mats. See if you can also get that same position on the opposite side. And then using the breath. Again, using whatever breathing technique or visualization or whatever works for you. I encourage you to breathe through the nose. And we'll do that whole sweep of the body, so making sure that The brow, the forehead is relaxed, no tension. Around the eyes, soft. The cheeks are soft and relaxed. And that we're not clenching the jaw. Feel like the teeth are apart and the tongue is down towards the lower palate. You can feel or you can hear that sound of the breath passing through the back of the throat. With the shoulders relaxed. If your arms are by your sides, encourage your palms to face upwards, with the fingers gently curling in. And maybe just try and use the exhale to sink a little deeper into the floor. And then it is time just to start to move the fingers and the toes. wrists and the ankles. Make sure you do give yourself a good stretch.